I came from a tiny town in the middle of North Dakota, Anamoose, North Dakota, and there was no art there, so I had never taken a class before. I knew I liked working with kids, had done a lot of coaching, and I liked art, and so the two just kind of fit together well. When you're from a certain place, you know, like North Dakota, the Mandan, Hidatsa, Rikara have a very strong pottery tradition, and so kind of getting a chance to dig into that a little bit and dig local North Dakota clays and learn about the geology and kind of tie that into my work was really what made me most interested in it. Every residency is a bunch of research ahead of time, and in this case it was like getting a hold of a book called The Geology of the Lewis and Clark Trail and actually travel across the state of North Dakota, stopping at sites that Lewis and Clark saw, seeing those same things, and then using some of those materials in the creation of work, you know, during the residency. And obviously, you know, you can't dig clay or pick artifacts or anything in parks, but you can on public land. And so, you know, getting to dig and test the local clays and use petrified rock or branches that tell a story of the location, I think is an important part of being a resident. I've got 4 kids and a busy teaching career, so when you actually get to remove yourself and concentrate on just what you're doing for a couple weeks uninterrupted, it's amazing. It's an absolutely, you know, undescribable experience when you get to dig that deeply into your work without interruption. It's just investigating on foot, doing as much hiking and biking and taking in that park as thoroughly as you can. And again, the research of like, what was this location used for? How was it used for hundreds of years? Who lived here? What was, you know, it's not just the park right now since people settled it and called it a park, but really the bigger context, you know, of that whole area. When you're in a space for a week or two and you really get to feel it and study it, it's like there are certain things that will strike you. And so, you know, colors and textures. I remember, you know, Lake Sakakawea, the shore, and this 100-year-old driftwood and kind of the impression that it made on the beach. So I had several pieces, you know, based on that. Or there were lignite seams, so, you know, coal, and there was that had burnt, and so there was clinker, and so you get this wide variety of textures and colors that for a ceramic artist is just like instant inspiration. That first residency served as a launching pad for me because I didn't understand how it was going to impact my work at the time, and I had such a profound kind of experience. It set the stage for the next decade. So, you know, I went on to do, I've done 9 residencies or archaeological projects in the last 9 years, and so I've been to some of the most, I don't know, prestigious sort of national park residency programs in the country, and so got to do one at Grand Canyon, Parashant National Monument, and Mesa Verde, and Red Rock Canyon, and so it was a great launching pad to see, you know, what a residency was like and to tell kind of a bigger, fuller story, you know, putting North Dakota artists on a kind of larger map. So I think depending on where you're at in your career, these exhibitions and opportunities play a different role, and for me it came at a great time and was just sort of the next stepping stone to spend a decade, you know, kind of expanding it.